Hey everybody, thanks for watching. I'm on the golf course at the Crosby with Dean Reinmuth. Hi Dean.
Hi.
We're doing this thing for the swing coach today, having a good time. Dean, you and I were talking a lot about a fad in golf instruction right now, for the past maybe 7 years really. Swinging left and left of left in this kind of sawed off finish.
Right.
Can demonstrate for me like what that looks like,
Okay.
like the feel of what everybody's doing.
Right. So what everybody's doing is, in slow motion, the clubs comes down like this, and then watch where this finishes. Now right now this is right dissecting my right shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Comes down here, and it comes out low of the left shoulder. See where that is?
Yep.
What it should do is it should dissect the right shoulder coming down, go through, and when it's on plane, see how the shaft comes out of my left shoulder?
Yep.
So when that's correct, the club is being swung on plane. Anytime it comes out left or underneath, that's wrong. That's a wipe or a side swipe.
Yeah, so we were talking about people are getting this glancing blow.
Right.
And not really hitting down on it. Huh?
Correct. So what happens is, I'll do it to the camera, is you're coming in this way, the club should exit straight forward here, there, and see right now when I look over this, it's right at the camera, then it comes up here, dissects this, and I finish like that.
Yeah.
What people are doing is they're saying going left. This right here is left of the camera, but it's on plane. This is left but underneath the camera.
And
That's a wipe.
And that wipe, that is swinging left. So people are thinking that they're going to go from inside to on to inside again, but that so easily can go
Correct.
Straight across.
And when you look at Tiger, and he's making an outside in swing, you see a guy like Kuchar, some of those do that in the practice swing, but they don't do it when they make the swing over the ball.
Right.
Tiger has been doing it in the practice swing and when he's doing the ball.
So he either hits it okay and straight, but kind of shorter than he was.
Right.
Or
Left.
It's left and pulled, or
Short right.
Short right.
He gets all three variables because it depends on what the face is doing at the moment it's making contact.
So here's the ball, and if it's square, it's like there. If it's shut a little bit, it's dead left.
Yeah.
And so you're
The
totally
dynamics of this are very simple. The problem is it gives you these false positives, and as a player, they're hard to read. I had this with Sabatini when I was working with him down at the Players one year, and he said, you know, I'm trying to get the club inside, but the more inside I go, the more it's reacting like it's going outside.
Yeah.
Well, he actually had it so far inside that it was hitting it back the rib, and it was turning his body, and so it would drift outside on the bottom half of the swing.
It was rebounding off his body.
It would
and
force
kicking
his
it out.
body to go outside because it was too far inside.
Yeah.
Then you have to make that switch, which is hard because it feels like then it's going outside. So when you're teaching somebody, you have to be really careful. You'll have undercorrectors and you have overcorrectors.
Yep.
And some undercorrectors, you keep telling them the same thing, nothing happens.
Yeah.
Overcorrectors, you tell them something and then they go completely on the other side, and then you're bouncing back and forth all the time.
You mentioned something in our video of the swing coach. You mentioned something about that you mentioned quickly here, the false positive.
Right.
And so how is it different when you're hitting a ball? Sometimes you can never get better because of the downward force of the strike.
It's because, make your fist. Because when you strike the ball and you wipe across it, instead of following the wipe across, it slides straight ahead. If you overdo that, it'll start drifting to the right. If you square the face a little bit to that outside in line, the ball jumps way left. And that's the false positive, is you wipe it a little bit, but because it goes straight, you think it was a good swing. With the swing coach, you can't do that because there's no contact. It's only inertia. So if all your inertia is going this way, the ball's going that way.
Yep.
If it's going this way, the ball's going that way.
And
if it's going this way, ball's going down there. If it's going down the line, it's going this way. If it's going after impact, it's up here, and the ball starts going real high.
In 40 years of teaching golf now?
Yeah.
40. What is one thing that you would like?
That's frightening.
Yeah.
Harder when I hear it.
What is one thing so this is Be Better Golf. So what is one thing you would like people to know about actually getting better at golf, having your scores go lower?
The most important thing is to understand what your basic swing starts to feel like. What are the sensations? There's a smoothness to it. There's a certain feeling of acceleration. There's certain direction. And when you start learning that, it's like learning how to drive a car. Am I driving it too fast? Am I driving it jerky? I'm stepping on it, I'm backing off, I'm stepping on it, so it's kind of going down the road, throwing you all over the place. Or am I oversteering the car this way? It's not about, can I hit a good shot? It's about making a better swing, because better swings hit the ball better more often. And most people are just concerned about hit the ball good today and not build something that they hit the ball much better because their swing's better over a lifetime.
That's what's so hard about getting better at golf. It's such a results thing.
That's only in the person's perception.
Okay.
Is do you like to swallow your food and not taste it, or you like to taste the food first?
Yeah.
Well, in golf, good players like to make the right movement because they know the movement will create the right shot. Players who aren't good want to just make contact and get the ball to the flag somehow.
Yeah.
And they don't even correlate, that was a good swing to get there. They say, oh, good shot.
Yeah.
See, we'll say a good swing because we know a good swing when we see one. They will say, oh, good shot, but we know the swing was terrible.
Yeah.
That's never going to get better. The odds are never going to get better.
Yep. It's a losing bet. So you're talking about movement of the body. That's what can get so controversial.
Right.
You know, because one teacher will teach, oh, you should move your lower body like this, and another teacher will say, oh, that's absolutely wrong.
Well, that's right, because when you look at the skill development of a teacher, the skill development of a teacher is, I'll ask you this question: how many hours, and you would be similar to most people that teach, how many hours actually did you ever teach people and were monitored by somebody who was already a qualified teacher?
2 or 3.
2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
Now, if you were flying an airplane, how many hours would you have to fly as a co-pilot with an actual pilot before they'd give you a license to fly?
2,000
a lot more.
Or something? Yeah,
exactly.
a lot. Yeah.
Right, because they don't want you to die, and they don't want to die, right?
Yeah.
But the problem is the system for us as teachers isn't set up that way. It's set up to go to a seminar, listen and learn and get information, but the application of coaching somebody is completely different. I had to learn that when I stopped playing and started teaching. And then I taught teachers how to teach. That was even a different dynamic than teaching a person how to play. Because I have to teach, if I was teaching you, I have to teach you how to see what it is, put it in a chronological order of this has to happen first and change, this is second, this is third, and if you get those mixed up in the order, it doesn't work.
Nope.
It's like baking a cake out of order. Put the icing in first, then put the egg in, then give it the flour. You know, it's backwards.
All right, Dean. Hey, you guys can come check out Dean at the Crosby. Check out this thing we're using today. It's in my golf bag right now.
Swing Coach Club. It's great.
Swing Coach Club. It's something that I was struggling with, and now Dean we're gonna have a whole huge video about this, but Dean has showed me the quirks about it and the really like what the different misses mean and how they correlate to your body. It's actually a super useful, fun thing to use. Bye everybody, hit subscribe below. Later.